I'm Simon Harger-Ford and I lead the HIV prevention work and the communications work of the New Zealand AIDS Foundation. That includes 5 programs that are committed to a health promotion and community development approach to work with communities most at risk of HIV transmission across the country. We have 3 fantastic programs that work predominantly with gay and bisexual men, a Pacific program, Haura Takatapui, and the Gay Men's Health program. These programs work together to prevent HIV in the communities most at risk in New Zealand. And they work with the African Communities program, which is committed to working with refugee and migrants from the African countries who have settled in New Zealand. Out there is a partnership between Rainbow Youth and us, and it's a program committed to youth development, working predominantly with young people coming out and gay, bisexual and transgender young people in Aotearoa, New Zealand. Our Haura Takatapui team did something really interesting and new this year. They'd been thinking about how we use technology in a way we hadn't before. Bro Online is a new initiative that seeks to engage men on the internet doing something they want to do. It's a forum on the net where they can hook up with each other, where they can communicate with each other, and at the same time, Haura Takatapui gets to share their key messages.
Sometimes it's not as easy for Māori males to come out as it is for our other counterparts within our community. So we thought if we ourselves got together and devised a strategy or plan or created a website, is that we thought that it might be a little bit more inviting. We've created this space for everybody to feel comfortable, feel discreet, and in general just to participate also.
I personally just don't believe that people are taking it serious. Young people, they don't, you go to a bar, the first thing on their mind is to hook up with someone. They don't think about safe sex, they don't think about protection or anything. It's just about to get there quick, get off. So for me, I wanted to put the message out there that it's more to, you could either have your 2 minutes of fun and then your whole life is gone for that 2 minutes of fun, or you can take an extra 2 minutes to cover up.
Our African communities in New Zealand are really diverse. We have workers in Christchurch, Hamilton, Wellington and Auckland who are committed to working with the refugee and migrant communities from Africa with a real focus on preventing HIV and promoting positive sexual health. In the last year, this has meant 6 large community events for different communities from Africa across the country and a big involvement in the Miss Africa pageant in 3 locations across the country.
Having to work with the AIDS Foundation as the ambassador with their African Health program, it's really been an eye-opener for me because I got to learn more about it and also be able to impart my knowledge to other people, and So I think it was a great success for me, and if I do get the chance, I'd like to continue working for them.
We know soccer is a sport that many African communities enjoy, and we're proud to sponsor and be associated with an African soccer tournament throughout New Zealand. Westfield Style Pacifica is a fantastic event. It's held here in Auckland. We sponsor the hero section of the event. It's a fashion show, it's huge. 6,000 people turn up to see it. It's televised across New Zealand and across the Pacific. The hero section is an opportunity for us to get our message across to Pacific communities about HIV and about safe sex. Another first for us this year is using members of our community as role models in the effort to prevent HIV. Safe Sex Poster Boys was a huge competition. We were really proud to run events in Auckland, Wellington and Christchurch to elect poster boys that would become our ambassadors for the current campaign. The poster boys played a huge part of the Big Gay Out in Auckland in February 2008 and distributed over 5,000 condoms. And they went to Sydney to join in the Mardi Gras celebrations. They've had positive press coverage right through Sydney and New Zealand, and even as far as the UK. For World AIDS Day this year, you're going to see our poster boys continue their work and see some of their family join in promoting the HIV prevention message for the Foundation across New Zealand. Youth development is a really important part of the Foundation's work. Our partnership with Rainbow Youth enables us to lobby government and key decision makers on positive outcomes for young people, especially young people who are identifying as gay or lesbian, bisexual or transgender, and those questioning. In the past year, we've worked closely with the Ministry of Education and officials from Education and the Education Review Office to improve outcomes for young people within the school environment. It's been a big coup for us, and we're really excited that earlier this year the Ministry of Education announced the launching of the guidelines for bullying to prevent bullying, particularly of gay, lesbian, transgender and bisexual students in schools across New Zealand. We're committed to finding new ways to do HIV prevention work. We don't assume we know it all. In fact, we know we've got a long way to go. New technologies and the advancement of HIV treatments provide a real challenge for us in terms of HIV prevention. We're committed to using those new technologies, and in the next year you're going to see us do things we've never done before. We're committed to working with partners in the South Pacific. What this really means for us in terms of international development work is another area we're going to explore over the next year.
Since the turn of the century, that is to say the last one, there's been a substantial increase in the number of new diagnoses amongst men who have sex with men in New Zealand. And much of that increase has happened amongst people who are infected in New Zealand. And over the last 10 years, that number has gone up by 2.5 times. So we've seen a really big change over the last decade. And in fact, to be quite specific, it's actually a 3-year period in there where most of the change happened between 2002 and 2005. And that sort of change, big increase in new HIV infections amongst MSM has been